Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. I've got my foundation on, which is Osmosis Satin Foundation in Natural Medium. I have got my concealer on, and I have kind of set it, not kinda, it did set it with my KKW. This is the Bake number 2, although I wouldn't call what I do baking just because you guys know me, and mature skin and baking, I just have it powdered in with my brush, and I will wipe off the excess when I'm done. I'm also filming with the Tarte eyeshadow palette that I had recommended on a previous video. That is Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. Can't say as I'm super keen about the name, but I would believe it's engineered for or thought of for more younger crowd. Fine. Doesn't mean that a mature woman can't wear it, but this palette has a wide variety of mattes and shimmers. You can use the center shimmer for your highlight. You could use it for under brow bone. You could use it on your lid if you wanted to. Remember, when you make an investment in makeup, you can use it how you see fit. It doesn't have to be per the label. So, this palette offers me great work looks, go to work in. I can also come home and then add these shimmers to my work look, bumped up, go out to dinner, have a date night on a Friday night. You can really do a lot with this palette. So I have went in with the white matte color. It's called Gossamer. And I put it all over my lid. And of course I'm starting with my M535. This is the holy grail of fluffy blenders. Then I am on Frolic, which is this matte kind of browny tannish color. So I'm just building so I can get my look started for the day. And what's a bummer is I have to work out later on a full face of makeup. Ugh. Nothing I hate worse. And a matter of fact, I may try to take my makeup off before it's time to go to the gym and sit in the hot room. Nothing like melting your artwork right off your face. I don't like it. So I thought we'd talk about vitamin K-2. Not really a vitamin, mineral. Why it's important to add it into your regimen. And I will list it in the description box. That's what we're talking about. And it's a great subject. Now I'm going to tap into the color Giggle. I mean, is this palette made for me or what? This is a very matte, kind of a light purpley shade. Don't be afraid of color, ladies. I'm telling you, don't be afraid. So, it's very popular, especially in modern medicine, to have female patients on calcium. Calcium, calcium, calcium for the bones so you don't get osteoporosis. Preventative, preventative, preventative. That is one thing that modern medicine is really all about, the calcium. Strange that they're not all about other things that we vitally need, especially in the aging process. So, did you guys know that calcium likes to take a swim or a hike to places it does not belong? I did not know this, but in my vast studies of research, I've come across a couple of new studies put up by Dr. Sinatra. He put up one about resveratrol, And it's a brand new study. It's the cutting edge. You know, we've got to keep it modern. We've got to keep our information as current as possible. So, resveratrol, of course, is in my arsenal. I take it every single day without fail. When you find something in nature that helps plants not to get disease, and it works the same in humans, shocking, let's get it taken. That is exactly what I want to hear. So resveratrol is found in grape hulls, and it is the stuff that keeps the grape plant from getting diseases. So remember, we talked about this. They tried it, studied it in humans. Turns out it works the exact same way for humans as it does for the grape plant, because in nature we find all of the answers, and they actually work. Again, I will say this, the biggest myth out there, or disinformation maybe, or uninformed, could be a combo of all three, is that natural medicines work. And they are just as effective as popping a pill. And there are natural substances that control blood pressure just as effective as a pill, but better, because they don't destroy your brain while you're taking them. So, K-2 is the traffic cop. Who knew we need a traffic cop to direct our calcium? We do, because calcium likes to swim around and not park itself in the bone. It's about how we absorb it. Now remember, most, like K2, calcium, these are fat solubles. So you want to take them with food and good fats. Eggs, bacon, avocado. Yes, I don't like avocado, but a lot of people do, and it is a perfect source for a good fat. Olive oil, high quality olive oil, ghee, cook with ghee, high quality butter from a grass-fed cow. Everything as natural as you can possibly get it in your fat. Eat it, love it, so good for the body. So K2, you know, I take in the load with my supplements at the same time, midday, because I fast, and you know, no breakfast 4 or 5 days a week. So I just wait and load it up, and I take my big load per lunch. And I consume a salad, I have to admit, every single day for my lunch. Now I'm going to use a teeny tiny Morphe brush 506, and I'm going to start swinging this down and around, because what you put up should come down and around, and it all should just tie together, kind of in one line, as it were. So I'm using all the same colors on my bottom lash line as I did up top. And I just make sure they're blended together. And I'm making sure that they meet and form an outer edge. And then I will dip into a darker color. I'm going to try to go light today for something different. Normally I dip right into these two bad guys right here. They're gorgeous. But I'm going to try to keep it light today. So this color is called, sorry, this material on this palette is so whimsical. I like that. I just basically tap and turn, because tap on, and now I'm just basically forming and outer edge. I don't know why I'm saying basically. Tapping in. Keeping it lighter today. See, my colors connect. So, K-2. And I would recommend that you get your supplements, all supplements, any supplements that you take from reputable compounders. Remember, what is the key to buying food supplements? Less is more. Meaning you roll in to the Walmart and you want to buy vitamins, supplements, and you turn your bottle over to read your ingredient list, just blending in. I have no brow bone highlighter on yet. I've switched brushes yet again to a smaller blending brush. This is an R37. Just means it's their rose gold collection, so the shafts are rose gold. It's a little bit upkick from their kind of regular collection, but I find as many Morphe brushes as I own that the quality remains the same, whether it's rose gold collection, their normal collection. I swear by all of these brushes. There's no reason to go out and spend $100 on one brush when you can get an entire kit from them for $150 and be set basically for life. They wash well, they wear well, they use well. There are the best brushes, and I have several Chanel brushes of different types, smaller, bigger, fluffier. Yes, they're good brushes. They're good quality brushes. But they are the same quality, in my opinion, as Morphe. So, if you want to go out and buy a Tom Ford bronzer brush for $50, you can. You very well can. I'm just saying that you can find the exact same quality in a Morphe brush and not spend that $150. I'm going to put on brow bone highlighter. I get my K-2 from Life Extension. Shocking. You can also go to Dr. Sinatra, Steven Sinatra's website. He compounds. He's been compounding for years. He's a very well studied cardiologist, integrative, meaning he's mixing natural substances to treat the human body, especially in the aging process. So I trust him. I trust what he says. I trust his knowledge, and I trust his compounding. Right now I'm taking Dr. Sinatra's multivitamin for women. He is very, very women. He's actually done a lot of studying and recognizes the differences between the needs of a woman and a multivitamin and the needs of a man. I've talked about this before, I believe. I'm positive. And there is no doubt that a woman's body ages a little differently than a man's body. So right now I have Tim and I on the multivitamin for men in his line, and I'm on the multivitamin for women. Women's hearts are smaller than men's. Yes, they are. Physically, not emotionally. This is just science, and women require different stuff in the juice to stay healthy, because 3 estrogens, testosterone and progesterone, is hard to titrate for women. I mean, we have more juice things going on. I'm feeling great. And now I'm just taking a blender and I'm blending my harshness out. And I also tapped that center highlight right here, right on my lid. I love doing that. I think it looks so pretty. And just for a day look, just gives you that pop of, very, very nice. And so right now, that's what Tim and I are taking. So I recommend anything that he says or does, he takes for his resveratrol himself every single day. Magnesium every single night, as he says, when he's brushing his teeth, he's getting out his magnesium and he's going for it. You cannot believe what vital role magnesium plays in the human body. Why don't we get magnesium? Because it's not in our soil anymore. In the day, it was. But it's not so much anymore. It is just the sign of the times. It doesn't mean anything like, super dramatic. We just have to recognize where we get our shortcomings from so we can supplement and plug in the holes. Remember, aging is about filling the gaps. So first you have to know where the gaps are, and then you just plug them up. So what am I going to bronze with? I also, of course, I set my foundation with my Osmosis Pressed Base powder in natural medium. This is my bronzer brush, and this is E59. Really been loving it, and I've been loving this nose trick that I learned from watching makeup videos, of course. It's me. I mean, when am I not watching either medical lectures, studies, reading a study, downloading a study, or watching just the application of makeup? Sometimes when I'm watching other people's makeup channel, I'm watching their technique. That's what I'm learning from. How are they applying it? What brushes are they using? So bronzer today, I'm going to use my Hourglass. This one is Luminous Bronze Light. One of my favorite, of course, it's Hourglass. Go across the top. Why, ladies? Why? Because we're framing our frame. So I'm giving myself, going under my cheekbone. My cheekbone's way up here. I'm taking my bronzer down here, kind of contouring. And yes, I don't get heavy on the contour, but I have still been contouring my nose almost every single day. I really enjoy that technique or how it looks. Give yourself some, put your bronzer down here so it can mimic having a sharp jawline, which I don't anymore. Run it right into your hairline. And of course, Hourglass. The #1 recommendation for the mature face, they don't make a product in powder that I wouldn't buy. As you can see, Hourglass is deep in my arsenal, and I actually just rotate using them all. This is the powder that I put on my face every single day on top of my Osmosis. I cannot live with this. I recommend this highly, highly, highly. You cannot go wrong with just putting a small amount over the top of your makeup. It does the face such great justice. I use this guy either all together, or I'll separate the pans out. I'll highlight with this one day, highlight with this, or I'll rub my brush through it all and highlight this way. Their blushes are amazing. This is my peach blush by them. Incandescent Electra, amazing. Peach looks good on all skin tones, a lot of different skin tones. This is a mauve based blush. This is Euphoric Fusion. Amazing, amazing. They last forever. The product goes on well, wears well. You don't have to use a lot. And that's another reason why they last forever. And they're milled to perfection. Is it high end? Yeah. Does it have a price tag with it? Yeah, it does. But in my opinion, it's well worth the tag that it comes with. And you can get endless amounts of use out of it. You know, one investment of a makeup product, a good product, can last over a year. So I say buy what you like. If it's an expensive makeup product, then just go ahead and buy it. And then use it in your arsenal. And, you know, keep it in good condition, meaning don't get it hot, and then cool, because it can break down the milling process. I just keep all my makeup in a bucket, and I keep it all at the same temperature. And when I travel with it, it's in my car, and it's not all the way in the back of the car where the temperature zone is not the same. It's more towards the back seat where it's getting, you know, kind of the same climate control as the front seat. And I believe that makes my makeup last longer because I watch the temperature zones that it lives in. And I'm just tapping on some mascara. And this is, of course, Gifted by Tarte, made out of Amazonian clay. Good for you. Good mascara. I did hear another lady say that it was thinner. It is thinner, and she was perfectly right. I kind of really enjoy that, and it's completely buildable. And it's so worth the effort just because it's not chock full of chemicals. So I definitely love it. And okay, let's recap. K-2 is a traffic cop. Oh, wait, backwards. Bronzer on the nose. I know it sounds weird, but right here on the bridge of your nose, tap on your bronzer. Really creates a dimension to the face, especially mature face, that you might just really enjoy. I have been enjoying it a lot, this technique. It's really kind of even stepped up my makeup look. And I have been getting tons and tons and tons of use out of this Too Faced face palette. Contouring, bronzing. I have been digging this blush. I know it looks super pink, but I'm telling you, it has this little sheen to it, and it looks so amazing on the face, especially when you drag it right into your bronzer. Love this Too Faced palette. And then just blend her in. I've been using these two. Both of these highlight shades are amazing. And I've been contouring with Tropic Like It's Hot. Right down here, this bottom color. Just taking it along the wider part of my nose. I'm good with this part. But boy, do I have a wide nose down here. So I am creating the illusion, running it down. See, don't worry, don't panic. I'm creating the illusion that my nose is long and slender. Okay. I know, one side looks way darker than the other. Okay. Now I'm going to get a brush. And I'm just going to make those lines disappear. Ugh. Now I'm just top rocking it in here so everything isn't harsh. Rolling it across the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to use a little highlighter. Let me see. I'll use the top one. This is Satin Star. And I'm going to run it over here, round and down, up here, round and down. Always kind of make a C. Remember, what hits the sun first? That is the high points of the face. This is a high point, high point, high point, forehead, high, high. So you definitely want the high points of the face to look different than the low points. Remember, highlight brings out, goes forward. Darkening pulls back. So I'm definitely creating a look that, and I'm definitely creating the illusion that I have a long, slenderous nose. Taking my hair down here, because you know when my hair is up, it is serious. It is so getting serious. My hair is straight. I had it straightened out, meaning I use my flat iron, and when I'm sleeping, to try to maintain my blowout, I use a very soft, squishy tie that doesn't have any harshness. Pull my hair up, knot it, put this on. So when you let your hair down, you don't have the big hair tie marks in your hair, especially if you have long hair like mine. I get hair tie marks, so I don't like to sleep with my hair down because it gets a little crazy. So remember, vitamin K2 should be in your daily regimen. I highly recommend that traffic cop for your calcium to drive it into the bones and keep it out of your arteries. And I highly recommend this Tarte palette. It is amazing. It's very blendable. It wears all day. I've never had any creasing, cracking, anything crazy going on with it. And I highly recommend this Too Faced face palette. This natural palette, would serve a lot of skin tones. Yes, I'm very fair, but I believe you could get, in my opinion, a lot of different skin tones could get a lot of use out of this face palette. Well worth the investment. And you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining the beauty and the medical journey with me, health journey. And you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.